All right, I'm sitting here back with Jason. How you doing?
Doing good.
Sorry, I screwed up the audio yesterday,
It's
so
fine.
we're redoing it. All right, you just want to give me a little history about where you're from, how old you are?
I'm 42, turning 43 in November. I'm from just outside the city in like Essex, Middle River area, about 20 minutes down the road. Um, Grew up in a nice neighborhood on the water. We had a lot of nice things going, but the youngins in teenage years were, smoking pot and stuff like that, and then they progressed. And it was like, as I got older, my little clique started falling into the heroin. And when I was the last one to fall, I used to run people to the city and for gas money. And I was like, man, I don't know how you guys do that. And
So you just take them to cop or whatever?
yes, I would
Okay.
take them down here and for gas money.
Yeah.
$10 a run. And then, I mean, I hated it. I didn't like doing it, but I was young, worked at a pizza shop, and money's money. But I had a bad day one day, and I just wanted to see what all the hubbub was about, and the rest is ancient history.
So you went right to heroin, right? I know you said you when I asked you yesterday. I think.
Well, I mean, I did go the route with marijuana.
I mean, you didn't do like
acid.
the pills and you didn't do a lot of like.
No,
you
I
went-
didn't go Percocet, stuff like that.
It's just that most heroin addicts in America, they start with the legal pain.
Yeah, no,
prescription.
No, I was never getting pain meds.
All right. So you've been getting high long enough where you were a part of the original heroin.
98, yeah.
Okay, it's 90. It's like the year I started too.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was totally different back then.
Yeah, I look what's going on now. It's
Scary.
Yeah. Did you notice when the fentanyl switch started?
Looking back, yes, but at the time, I did and didn't. Like, I heard about it, but I now looking back, it's when the pills prices dropped. It was right during COVID. They had a shortage because like they closed borders, and of course that's going to make things
Sure.
more difficult. And but then in the prices, they went skyrocketed. Like you pay double for a short period of time. Then right after that, they started coming out with $3 pills, and I've never heard of that in my life.
Yeah.
It was dimes always, and maybe a sixer if you're lucky every once in a while. Now dimes are almost unheard of. Occasionally they're out there, but it's trays, $3 pills.
Wow.
And I'm not stupid. These guys are making money. They're not going to do this without making money. And to make a pill for $3, it's got to have some stuff in it that's not costly.
Yeah. Well, they can make the fentanyl in a factory in one day now.
That's crazy.
And it's 1,000 times stronger than regular heroin.
Right, and it's not regulated, so you never know what. Because I've OD'd sometimes and not felt it all the time. It's not. You never know how it's mixed.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part.
That's the scary part. Now, did you realize when the trank started getting brought into the mix? And how many years would you think that's been down here now?
Looking back, man, I'm thinking like almost most of the time the trays were out because
right after the COVID and all that.
Yes, because
Okay.
I've done this for a long time, shooting up and stuff like that. And like I said, I'm proficient at it, and I never had sores.
And can we show the sores again?
Yes, there's
Just-
the bad one right here on the back of my leg. It's actually gotten better, believe it or not. That's one.
Okay.
All right, I got, of course, there. These are all just like healed. They were really bad. See them
Yeah.
all down the line there,
Yep.
vein. Got the other leg sored up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then over here, I've never had stuff like this.
And your
in my
hands are
life.
swollen too a little bit.
Yeah,
Looks like you got
I've tried to
cellulitis.
slow it down. Yeah, because I've been sniffing here lately because this stuff is just it not only gives you sores, but it makes it harder to get on. It takes away your vascularity because
It's a vasoconstrictor. That's exactly what it does.
And it makes it's like a double-edged sword. You're doing it, you feel it, but then you can't do it again. It's like
now, do you enjoy the high that the trank gives? I've heard people say they love it, and people say they hate it.
I don't know what the high it is that does give, because I still don't even know what I'm feeling. Like, I know that I need it. I know that I get sick, but there's days where I'll do the same drug and I might feel it real good and relax and be like, and then there's days where at all. It's like I don't know what we're getting. It's just like I remember back when I was like in the '90s or in the late '90s and early 2000s when it was heroin. It would hold for most of the day.
Yeah.
You would feel it. You'd not. I mean, it was more available, cheaper. You didn't have to constantly move to get it.
Yeah, I always said back then you could hide your addiction. Then you could do one bag and go to work all day, and
Right.
or maybe 2-3 bags, let you stretch it out all day.
Cocaine was always the drug that you would go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now it's both. You can't win. It's like.
Yeah, well, I used to say I used to take my trips into Philly, and when I didn't have money, I just needed to get enough for 3 bags or 2, and that'd be the whole day.
It would hold, and it would be nothing to it.
And so, how many hours would you say is your the withdrawal kicking in?
Oh gosh.
I mean, it's in like 4 to 5 hours? Is it something like that quick?
Sometimes it could be 2, 3 hours. Depends on what you get. You don't ever know. It's like, and it's not consistent. It's weird.
And what would you so comparing the withdrawal symptoms?
Worse, way worse.
Okay, and are the symptoms different, or are they just like more pronounced or something?
It's more pronounced. It's got more of a drive. My body starts to cramp up. Like my feet start to cramp up. It's really decapacitating, and it's also not as solvable with methadone and Suboxone. It's harder to do that because Suboxone will throw you in with precipitated withdrawal.
Sure.
Like we said, they're starting to give you smaller doses.
Yeah.
But it stays in your system longer. It's weird. It'll stay longer, but it doesn't keep you well longer.
And it's not. The Suboxone isn't doing anything for the Trank's withdrawal symptoms.
Right, and neither does that methadone.
No,
methadone used to be an alternative sometimes.
Yeah.
You could buy somebody's dose and
back when real heroin was out.
Yeah, you'd be hell for a day, and it's like, give you a break, but not this.
I don't even. Now, would you even now? All right, 2-part question: is there even regular heroin available in Baltimore anymore? That's not cut with fentanyl.
Yes and no. Like you're taking the word of somebody on the street.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, it's not even worth it at that point.
I do know people that claim that, and it does seem that way. But then again, I'm addicted to that too now.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't want to just.
My second thing is it even strong enough to calm your get you better?
That's why I think that that's BS. That they do have some sort of fentanyl because. And they're dimes. They sell. It's not far from here. And if I had extra money, I do that because it holds. It does hold longer, but you do feel something like fentanyl because heroin doesn't have that immediate boom. Like it doesn't. It has a call, but not like the fentanyl. Fentanyl, you could tell it's like smack you in the face, bow.
Yeah.
But it's like it flushes straight through you. It's like.
Yeah, it's just so weird. Those are like literally the only 2 drugs on the planet I've never tried, and I plan on keeping it that way.
Don't ever try that, man.
Yeah.
If I could go back, man, and somebody would say, "Look, this is what it is," and I would know. I wouldn't just. I would have went and did something different.
Now, do you guys have any? Because I interviewed you and your girl last night, and then I just had to come redo. You were nice enough to meet up with me again today and redo it.
You're nice to us, man. You're good people.
Nice. Do you have any urges, plans to get off the streets,
yes,
or
time.
Do you know the steps to take when you're ready? Down here, I don't know the steps down in Baltimore.
There are steps, but it's still scary with this drug because I'm scared to death of the withdrawal. Like I've never been as bad. Like. I'm definitely afraid of the withdrawal as I am now. Like, it's like I said, decapacitating. I mean, I literally got sick, and I'm keeping it. But I was projectiling out the front and the back while laying on the couch dressed.
Yeah, no, I run into that a lot. It's a lot of people, shit themselves from just this withdrawal. And it's embarrassing to talk to about, but
I've never had that happen with heroin.
Real life.
And this is something that just happened like not so long ago, and it was frightening.
Yeah.
And to be somewhere where you cannot do that, you can't because then I could up and figure something out and go get.
Because there was no holding it in at that point, right? It was just
believe me, there was holding it in. It would have held it in,
right?
But that feeling of it going in your underwear and coming out around the seams with your legs is a feeling I don't ever want to feel again. It's scary, man.
Yeah.
I'm, like my grippers were broke, man. It was done, man.
I mean, it's embarrassing. I mean, I appreciate you talking about it. It can be embarrassing
It's truth,
to talk,
man.
you know?
People need to know about this stuff, man. Because
Yeah.
if what I'm saying to you prevents one person from doing it,
Yeah.
gosh, that's one person that's gonna have a lot of life to live, man. Because this stuff takes life. It is anti-life.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I appreciate you doing this again. I have your number. I'm going to be planning on coming down here like a month,
Anytime.
once a month or whatever, and I plan on checking up on you guys. I will be here tomorrow, and I'm still working on getting you guys a tent now, so you guys have someplace, you know, something safe or whatever.
Right. And like I said, I will do whatever I can, whatever you need. I mean, people out here are willing to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, some aren't.
Yeah.
Some think, you know, whatever, it might be police act or something like that. But
yeah, and some people don't want to be on camera. I get it.
Yes.
Other people just want their story told, and I appreciate the people that want to do it.
I don't mind, because this is, I mean, I walk around here, and obviously people around here know that I do this stuff, and
yeah, it's almost impossible to hide getting high with this stuff, just because of how you fall, you're not out, and
you cannot function.
Yeah.
See, I'm the type of person where I don't get that messed up. Like, it has to be something serious. Like, I've always had a high tolerance. I mean, go figure. Like, it always cost me a lot more. And this stuff, it doesn't. Every once in a while, like, it's either one or the other. It's like there was a year. It's been about a year since this happened. You know, knock on wood. But I OD'd 7 times. It was Narcan 7 times and came back. But it was like a year since that happened.
So have you noticed or run into like where you'll be just doing something and then you'll wake up and you didn't even realize you just started nodding out or passed out? Has that started happening down here?
It does happen. It does happen.
Like you wake up and your shit's stolen, stuff like that?
That does happen, yes.
Okay.
And then there's also times where I've been injecting and wake up and only got like half of it in. And
oh, wow.
I'm like, whoa. You know?
So the needle's like still in your arm or still in your hand or whatever?
Yeah, still in my arm,
Wow.
leaking or wherever.
Yeah. One of the things that happens in Philly, because the trank drug is so strong there, is people would just start walking and they'll just pass out. Right in the middle of the street on the sidewalks.
Really?
And then you'll see other people cutting their backpacks off.
Is it just as bad there as it is here, as far as like, or worse?
It's a million times worse up there. It is.
I've been to Philly, and Philly was rough, you know, back then.
It is. I'm still gonna go drive around all the quote unquote bad neighborhoods today. That's what I'm doing during the day now. But from what I've seen, there's nothing like Kensington section of Philadelphia.
Kensington, where's that, east or?
It's in North Philly.
North
Philly, yeah. It's.
I stayed right near Temple Hospital. There was a Christian program where me and Mary went to.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's
church.
That's right. Not far from where.
And
where
it was
I
rough.
go.
Like,
Yeah.
when I was there, this was like this was probably like, this was about like 10 years ago. And we wound up leaving there, and we had to stay outside in the wintertime. It was cold. It was cold up there. But people were just shooting dope right on the streets. It was like a cop would come by, they'd hide it, they'd be a cop, and then they'd pull it right back out, and they'd be like, you guys are just standing here on the sidewalk putting it in you?
Oh, they just sit right on the corners and put it in their necks. It's everywhere. That's like underwhelming when I come here because I'm so used to Philadelphia. Like,
see, now this is bad to me.
I'll like be driving down the street and I'll have to stop my car and like help someone get out of the middle of the road because they're passed out in the middle of the street.
Really?
Yeah.
It's that bad.
Yeah, I'm going to send you the link to my YouTube channel so you can just watch
Please
some of
do.
the drive-arounds.
I did not know that.
Oh, it's yeah. That's why I wanted to come down here because it's not too, it's only recent that the trank really started to come down here a lot. And so it's going to start getting a lot worse down here, I think. And I don't want to scare you guys, but it's...
No, it's sad, man.
Yeah.
It's truly sad. People.
Yeah.
I care about people, man. I try to, like, do the right thing as best I can. This drug keeps you from doing it, but
yeah,
it hurts, man. Watching people go through this, it hurts.
Yeah, it really does. Like I said, I wouldn't even have thought to do this if it was just regular heroin and crack out there. I just let people go have their fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was different, man. It was different times, different stuff. Now it's killing. It's killing in a bad way. It's destroying things.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, I hope you decide to get sober soon. I have your number. I will be keeping in touch with you.
Yeah.
All right, man? All right, take it easy.
All right, bye.
All right.